There's something I want to show you. I didn't bring my computer though, but something that you can look up. Do you have internet access?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not, like I said, not so tech savvy. I wonder if I could.
And do the kids, are they interested in their parents going to Pflag, or do they just say they wouldn't like it? Or?
Yes and no. I think kids. It depends on the kid, but I think a lot of kids are really independent right now, and I think again, technology is encouraging that. Right? They don't need to ask. They Google it. I could ask my uncle, why would I not Google it? Right? So I don't know. I did have one guy. He's transgender, so born female, but he's transitioning, and he's kind of my inspiration right now. I actually nominated him for Youth Line Award for most for trans visibility, and he won. And he is my inspiration. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sure. Do you know? Anyway, he's awesome, and he's speaking at your AGM. He started he went to Rima Christian School. His parents were very, very
His network and internet connections there.
And he started a queer positive space at his school because there was none. He just starting it, and he got a teacher involved, which is great. And he created an assembly for his entire school. He just did it. He did the PowerPoint, he went up there, and meeting him from when he was first kind of fledgling with these issues to standing up in front of his school saying, this is why we're doing this. I was just like, wow. But he's had this really interesting issue with his parents because of his, very, very religious background and constantly challenging that. Now he's exceptionally strong, right? But he went into the church with them, and he had me come and do a workshop for his church. And he has just constantly been, and he has got, he's had people come, we had a trans workshop in Peterborough, and his parents were there. He's constantly found opportunity for his parents, whether they chose to follow up, that was their call, right? Because he'd be like, well, I don't know if my dad's going to come. But then his dad would kind of come in. You should just sit back, But one of the things was that he just constantly put that out there, right? He always had things that they could do if they wanted to. If you want to know more about me, you can go to this. Because, it sounds different when it comes from someone else. So we hooked his parents up with another parent of a trans kid who was much older. He's in university now. But she's a counselor, and she's studying to be not a pastor, but a minister. Thank you. So that was a great combination, right? Because she could talk about theology, she could talk about that side of it, but she could also talk as the mother of a trans kid. So that exchange was amazing. So I think sometimes parents might. They might not know what the opportunities are, or they might feel intimidated. When just someone said, I thought about going to Pflag, but it wasn't until 4 years later that I did. Right? I think the parent, just like kids have to be ready to come out, I think parents have to be in a position to be ready to come out too.
And I think one thing to push to the kids is maybe parents aren't the brightest, buttons in the box, but they love them so much. And even all of us, if we made mistakes on the way through this journey, we still love them.
I spoke to some kids at our review, and one of the things I learned from them is they don't realize we have our own process after they come. They were really shocked to learn that you have your process, and this is about you, but then we have a secondary process, and depending on where we started, it can be easy or it can be very hard for some. And they really appreciated knowing
It's there, just have to type the address on the top.
Okay, so they're not upset with me, they're just dealing with
I don't know where she wants to go.
Yeah, she wants to come to terms with her.
Oh yeah, we still got a log.
Well, I think your parents think that we exist for them. Kids think we exist for them.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen this with my daughter, and sometimes I'm just like, wow, because this is my first foray into this, and she's 7, and sometimes I'm like, okay, so I'm really just like the purse and the feeder, and like I am a person, I'm a human being, but no, I'm not. No, but it's that funny thing where I think they do, they just think like, yeah, you're here to be my
parents. They think the same
parent.
way about you.
Oh, I know. My mom and I have, she just goes, ha 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 ha, she just laughs.
Is transportation a big problem?
Yes, that is a huge
Could
issue.
Pflag help with that somehow?
Well, yeah, I mean, these are things to look at within communities, right? It's like, I have this great, like ridiculous scheme of having like the traveling free road show where I go out as a farm, almost like a farm show, but you go out to all the rural communities and you have like events, you know? Like,
Or just be able to offer a drive into town
Yeah.
for kids whose parents maybe don't want to,
Yeah.
don't know, don't whatever.
But the challenge
Don't
is too
drive,
that then
don't-
kids have to come out. Well, how do you say,
Like a person
so-and-so's
comes
gonna
in.
drive me into an AIDS organization downtown in Peterborough? Like, or like, do they have to lie? Like, right, like, so how do you make it so that it's?
Probably lie to begin with.
And now, where do you want me to go?
Oh, yeah, here, I just wanted to show you this.